Have you heard about the new deal between GSK and 23andMe? Are you concerned about your genetic data or are hesitant to get a genetic test because you're afraid of what's going to happen to that data? Well, if you answered yes to any of these questions, then I think this video is for you. Okay, my name is Chris Natt, and I'm a high performance epigenetics coach. And what I do is I analyze genetic data and I work with clients to optimize their lifestyle so that they perform at a higher level. Now, that's what I do. I do for just about anybody. I look at sleep, I look at stress, nutrition, supplementation, athletic performance, hormones, as well as detoxification. And so once we understand our genetics, we're really able to play with those different pieces and create a lifestyle that's really fit for us and our unique genetic blueprint. Now, there's a lot of talk out there about the risk of genetic testing. Like, people are going to use your data unethically, which they have, and that your data will be shared and sold on the public market, which has also happened, I'm sure. And, the last question is, you know, how does it impact health insurance and that kind of thing, right? These are all major questions. And genetic data is a relatively new thing direct to consumer. We've been able to get it super cheap via 23andMe and Ancestry.com for the last, 8 years maybe? I don't know the exact length of time, but it's been pretty long. And what they do, they provide a service, they collect your genetic data, and they give you ancestry data. 23andMe now offers health data as well. And they're able to sell it at such a low cost because of the value of that data and the relationships that they're able to build upon, such as the one that 23andMe just did. But there's a lot of things that are not being talked about. Okay, there's a lot of fear, and people are doing unethical things. There's no doubt about it. But we got to understand the full picture, because knowing your genetics really helps with empowerment. That's what my whole mission is. It's empowerment and to provide you the information, tools, and resources to live an empowered life. And genetics is the number one tool that I see and is the baseline tool for optimizing our health and empowering ourselves in that realm. And so I want to clarify a couple things. Okay, I've got you on a screen share. I'm going to share a couple things with you. 23andMe, basically, with this, you have the option when you send in your 23andMe data to actually sign up for research. And if you decide to change your mind on that, you can go into your account and you can change that. Okay, so that's the first thing. What I would do is I would go into all of these components and download your report, because they're valuable reports and you paid for this service, so you might as well capitalize on it. But next to that, if you want to get rid of what you're being involved in the research, you go to your profile, slide down into settings, and you can change it from here. It's taking a little bit of time, but if you scroll down, you can see down in here, privacy settings, share and compare. You can manage these things, which I don't have anybody. And then you can download your raw data, which I would certainly do. And then right here, you have the preferences area, right? You've got your email notifications, you've got your research. You have revoked, consent, declined to do this. Now, this is probably the easiest way to disconnect, and technically 23andMe is not supposed to use that data from that point on. But if you're still concerned about them doing it behind your back, as you can see, they have not stored my sample either. So if you are still concerned about that, you can delete your data. And what you do is you go into browse my raw data. Maybe you don't do it there. Where do you do it? Pretty sure it's in settings. DNA relatives, consent, beta program, view. Let's just view this. I think it's in here. Yep, here it is. This is where you can get everything. You get the reports, download the ancestry data, download your raw data, request download, and then here you go. Permanently delete your data. Okay? So, now that you've deleted your data, you don't necessarily have to worry about all of these fearful articles that have populated the internet about 23andMe's unethical practices, which I'm not denying they were or not, but you don't have to worry about it. So, second to that, I want to address really the Protections Act. A lot of times I get people that talk about, I don't want the health insurance companies to, change my rates because of my genetic data. So I'm not going to get genetic data. Well, you are protected by that, okay? This is called the GINA Act, and it's the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act of 2008. Okay, there's two titles, the Health Insurance and Employment Title 2. And these are basically saying that a health insurance company cannot discriminate upon you based on your genetic markers. It's also saying that an employer cannot discriminate upon you because of your genetic markers. So what's all the fuss about, right? Like you can look at this. Look at, here's the official website of the U.S. government. Okay, there it is. Title 1, Title 2. You can go and look at this yourself. You can find it in print. Click here. I'm not sure why my computer's taking so long. But regardless, it's all here. This is real stuff. It's the real deal. It's not fake. You are protected. So what do we do now, right? We know that genetic data can be empowering. It's an empowering tool to have. We know that there are companies out there that are doing unethical things with data, which is quite sacred. And then 3, we know we are protected by law today. Okay, so where do we get our data? And I'll share with you, I'm part of a group where, we do genetic testing, we do genetic coaching. There's also a medical practice. So I have colleagues who use the Apeiron genetic test. And this genetic test has over 725 genetic SNPs. 23andMe has 600 and something. And this company bases all their genetic SNPs on health and human optimization. So they have control over what SNPs they use, and it's very specific to performance. Now 23andMe is specific to ancestry, and they started to cut out a lot of their valuable SNPs. So this company decided to go out and produce their own, and which holds all of those genetic SNPs that are valuable for performance. What else this company is doing is that they're holding, they regard privacy as being very important. Okay, so the privacy is that your name is not associated with this kit when it's sent to the lab, right? The lab doesn't ever see your name. All they see is the barcode number. So it's your responsibility to register your kit that's located on a separate server, and that way when the results come in, they're sent to you. You have a certain period of time to collect your data, download it, hold that file on your computer, and then your file on the server is erased. So it doesn't exist, it's gone. So you have the file, that's what you get is your data, and then it doesn't exist in the ethers anymore. So it kind of reduces your fear of your data being sold. The data is yours. So that's why I use that company, as well as some of the reports that they give, and I am an affiliated coach with them provide awesome services. I'm so happy with this company. It's great. So check them out. Apeiron. I'll post below my website my link for the kit. I definitely recommend, when you get the kit, you're just getting the data set. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for the privacy and all of that. Now, what you do with that kit is entirely up to you. You can run it through other portals that are online, or you can hire someone like me who's a coach and expert in the areas of human performance, and we'll generate a report and do coaching with you. So I'll post a link of my website, my contact down below, where you can get this kit, have access to coaching as well as genetic interpretations. Lastly, I'll just show up here, they've generated their privacy policy for this kit. So I'll also post this link so you can browse through it, as well as I'll share with you real quick a recent statement that was released to at least us coaches talking about the array. And it says the Apeiron genetic array was created for the following reasons. Commercial genetic testing companies will change their arrays periodically in order to facilitate their main focus, which is ancestry. The price of their arrays is low in order to accumulate data, essentially because it's highly valuable in the marketplace. And third, privacy is a potential issue, as we already talked about. Now, the Apeiron array, which I just discussed, has one of the highest number of SNPs, or single nucleotide polymorphisms, available, over 760,000, where 23andMe has about 600,000. Price is slightly more because we do not keep, sell, or share any of your data. It is yours. We retain the specimen and data file for approximately 3 months in order to rerun the data if there is any question. It is then destroyed and erased from the server. There it is, right from Apeiron. Thirdly, we make every effort to maintain anonymity. Your specimen is submitted to the lab with only a barcode. You register the barcode in a separate server in order for us to match the result to your email when it results. The data and identification are kept on completely independent servers, and after 3 months, it's gone. Okay, right there, there it is. From Apeiron, and that's why we love this company, amongst many other things, like their coaches. So that's it. Hope that clarified some things, gave you a little bit more security around genetic testing and what it can do for you. Check out my other videos. Please like and share this video. My company, BioMind Executive, I'm an independent health coach. I am also an epigenetic coach for the Apeiron Center in Austin, Texas. And please look us up. Please give me a shout. Check out the links. Share with your friends. Purchase a kit. Contact me about coaching or even just in genetic interpretations, because it's empowering stuff. And that's why I'm here. Take care.